Hey guys, John here from Ready Aim Income, and in this video I'm going to quickly show you how you can basically get to the core of your market, figure out what it is they really need and want, figure out what questions they have, figure out what solutions they're looking for. And in the process, this is going to give you a lot of content ideas, but it's also going to potentially save you a lot of time and energy, because one of the things that happens is when we compile a keyword list, we typically create content just using common sense. We'll basically write to support the definition and what seems to be the clear-cut question that might surround a particular keyword. But when we dig a little deeper, we find that sometimes this isn't the case. And in fact, as I was setting up this video, I did a little research into one of my own niches that I knew quite a lot about personally, but for which I had not taken this step, and I actually learned something about some of the keywords that I was going after, and I'm going to show you that here in just a second. But the site I use to conduct some quick and easy market research is Yahoo Answers. There are a lot of different ways to do market research. Arguably, some might be more thorough than this, but this is a great place to start, and it only takes a few minutes. If you're not familiar with Yahoo Answers, it's just essentially a place where people can come and ask questions, and other people within the Yahoo Answers community can answer those questions. But what it provides us as internet entrepreneurs or internet marketers is a chance to basically see what real people want to know about a given niche, and even more specifically surrounding a specific keyword. And so just a side note, you might want to run this search that I'm going to show you here in a second multiple times using all of your different root keywords, because you're going to find very different information, potentially anyway, for each one of these keyword chains. Now, the first thing you do is you head on over to Yahoo Answers. That's at answers.yahoo.com. And right here in this center search field, you want to enter your main keyword. Now, just as an example, we might enter, something basic, weight loss. And we hit search Yahoo Answers. Now what you see, you want to disregard these first two because these are paid ads, these are sponsored links, but if you scroll down here, you're going to see straightforward questions. What weight loss program helps you detoxify and lose weight at a good rate? So right there, this in itself is an article concept. You could just expand upon that and you'd have an article, but it also shows you something that a real person is actually interested in. They're interested in not only losing weight but detoxification, and potentially this might be something that you had not thought of, and it really gives you a peek into the mindset of some real customers. And typically, if one person has taken the time to go and post this on a site, there's a very good chance that a lot of people have had the same question. How do weight loss pills work? What weight loss pills are most effective? So we see people have questions specifically about weight loss pills. Again, this could be potentially something that we had not thought about, and perhaps you came to Yahoo Answers intending on marketing a ClickBank product that was an ebook or something. Well, at least at a quick glance here, we've now already come across multiple questions about pills, so that might indicate that perhaps supplements were a better approach than ebooks. That's just a hypothetical. I've not dug into this here, so I'm just giving you an example of how a quick peek at some of the questions your market has can ultimately affect not only the content you create, but even potentially the products that you promote. And down here you'd see that there are literally an endless number of questions that people have asked. In fact, it looks like there are 98,728 results for weight loss. That's a lot of questions, and that is a lot of potential content ideas. And you can see here that you can search by relevance, newest, and most answers. You might spend some time digging around in here. They both are going to give you different information. Relevance tends to get you to the heart of the content you're looking for. Newest is going to, of course, get you more recently asked questions, and that can be very important because many markets change and you want to know what people have been asking more recently. However, once you click that button, you'll see that often, depending on your niche, the questions become a lot less relevant. and then most answers, this is going to suggest that there's a lot of activity around a specific question or even potentially keyword, because remember, most people are finding these questions via the search engines as opposed to coming directly to Yahoo Answers. So those are all things to consider. Now, what I was mentioning earlier was how this actually helped me when I was setting this up. One of my products is the music marketing niche. I have a online course that teaches musicians how to market their music online. This is something that I know quite a lot about. I've been a musician for nearly 2 decades, and in fact, probably over 2 decades, frighteningly. um, and it's something I know quite a lot about, and yet I still had something to learn because I had not actually taken this step. I just assumed I knew what my market wanted, and the two main keywords that I focused on were music marketing and music business. And as you'll see, if you enter, and again, this is just an example to show you how this can really affect your approach to your niche, as well as give you a lot of content ideas. But if I enter music marketing and search, I'm going to get a lot of ideas. What have been the main developments in the marketing of music in the past few decades? Does anyone know where I can study music marketing and promotion course in Manchester? Let's see, what else they got here. There's a lot of people asking about career stuff. There's a lot of people asking about location specific stuff. This has actually changed even since yesterday when I did my search. Um, Again, jobs. Well, I'll have to dig a little deeper, and I don't want to waste too much of your time while I'm doing this. But what I found when I searched music marketing was a lot of people asking about specific websites like Facebook and Twitter and MySpace, and what websites they could promote their music on, and that gave me quite a lot of content ideas, of course. Because I simply answered those questions, flushed them out into articles, and I had a lot of great content from my blog that I think would a lot of musicians would find really interesting. However, when I searched music business, which believe it or not is something I've spent a fair amount of money on with PPC and search engine optimization, what I found was that nearly all of the questions related specifically to careers. These were not musicians looking to promote their own music, but rather they were people interested in going to school to become part of the music business, like a promoter or a manager or a record label employee and so forth. So now I'm not saying that Yahoo Answers and whatever it turns up should trump your own common sense or your own experience. It should not. However, this little exercise definitely did make me think twice about going after music business related keywords as opposed to music marketing keywords. Now, I dug a little deeper after discovering that and searched more basic terms that were like promote my band. These are keywords that my keyword tool suggests there's not really a lot of search activity for, and yet when I searched promote my band, I found a ton of questions that not only gave me a lot of content ideas, but really kind of showed me that this was a lot more sort of laser targeted in terms of problem and solution. With this keyword chain that I had largely ignored because there wasn't enough search engine traffic, I found a lot of musicians, my potential customers, that had specific questions about how they could promote their band, both on and offline. And again, this gave me instant content ideas, but it also really made me think twice about what it was that was in the minds of my potential customers, realizing that they were asking specific questions like what is the best way to promote my band online, or how can I promote my band for free. Really understanding these specific questions just dialed me in a lot more than I had been prior to running this little test. And now again, this is just an example. I need to dig a little bit deeper before I change my course, but At first glance, this suggests that I am probably going to steer away from music business related keywords and focus the majority of my energy on these specific promotion and music marketing related keywords. And I think you might be surprised if you did this with some of your own keywords. It may not cause you to abandon your target keywords, but it very well may hone you into some specific aspects of those keywords that you were unaware of prior to this little exercise. So that's just one quick little trick that I do to conduct some market research without spending any money. I find that it really does help. It really does help weed out some keywords that you might want to think twice about before creating a ton of content. Understanding your market, understanding the actual questions that they have in their mind when they turn to the internet to search for information about your products is really the difference between needing to throw a broad net, which can be very time consuming and expensive, or throwing a much smaller and laser targeted net that can be infinitely more profitable and, of course, quicker and easier to accomplish. So that's it for this video. Just wanted to share that little bit of insight. If you found this helpful, please do leave a comment below. Hit the retweet button or the Facebook like button. I appreciate you guys spreading the word, and I definitely love hearing from you. So that's it for now, and I will talk to you soon.